In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I trained ChatGPT to write conversion-ready website copy that helped me generate over $50,000 in sales in just 30 days. You see, I didn't launch a new product, I didn't spend more on ads, all I did was change the words on my website. And I'm going to walk you through the exact prompts that I used step by step. Quick heads up, every single prompt that I use within this video is going to be available for you to copy and paste for completely free. Just check the description below. And so here's my promise to you. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how to talk to AI so it gives you content that sells, not content that sounds just okay. Because right now, most people are using ChatGPT completely wrong. They don't give it context, they don't feed it customer data, and they treat it like a magician instead of what it really is, a powerful assistant that just needs the right instructions. And so we're going to fix that in today's video, starting with the number one thing that you need to do before asking it to write anything. Section 1. How to talk to AI like a strategist and not a tourist. So I want you to think of ChatGPT like a super smart intern. It's fast, it's versatile, but if you give it half-baked info, you're going to get half-baked results. So before you ask it to write any copy for your website whatsoever, you need to train it to think like your brand. Just like a real copywriter would need to be briefed, AI needs the same. And here's exactly how you do that. Your first prompt to ChatGPT should give it your brand name, your tone of voice, exactly what you sell, who your product is for, the problem that your product solves, what transformation the customer gets, and what makes your brand different from everyone else. All right, let's load up ChatGPT so you can see exactly what I mean. Okay, so we've got ChatGPT loaded up, and now we are ready to actually feed our AI assistant with proper information so it actually knows exactly what our brand is about, what we're selling, etc. So we're going to quickly go through the prompt and then we're going to make edits as needed. Again, like I stated before, every single prompt that I use here, you guys can take word for word, and I'll leave it in the link in the description below so you can go check that out whenever you want. I want you to act as a conversion-focused website copywriter. I'm going to give you key background info about my brand. Let me know if you need anything else before we begin writing. And so here, as you can see below, we have a few aspects that you actually are going to need to edit and tell ChatGPT so it can actually understand your brand. And we're going to fill it in. So let's just say, for example, my brand's name is Cecil Skin. Okay, the tone of voice, let's just say I want to go for luxury in this case. Okay, and so we're actually going to brand name. You're actually going to want to keep these. What you sell. Let's just say natural skincare products, beef tallow, rosehip oil, things like that. We're going to give it exact examples. Who your product is for: women ages 35 to let's say 60 in the USA who prioritize a holistic approach to their skincare routine. Awesome. The problem your product solves. If you have more than one product, you're going to keep it a little general for this one. And then when you're actually asking it to write your product pages, you're going to get more specific with the info that you feed it. But again, we'll just keep it broad for this. So what problem does our product sell? Well, our products remove any harmful chemicals within skincare so people can get glowing skin without the side effects. And almost last but not least, what transformation does the customer get? Dry skin, acne, wrinkles to clear, youthful skin. And again, feed it with whatever you want. The more in-depth you go, the better results you're going to get from ChatGPT. So this is an example. Obviously, I'm not going to go super in depth. I'm just trying to have you guys understand exactly what you need to feed AI for it to give you the best results. Okay, so what makes your brand different from everyone else? Our products, let's say, are manufactured within the USA. I don't know. Let's just leave it at that for now. Obviously, when you're building a brand, you want to have a bit more differentiating factor. Being manufactured within the USA at this point in time is not really that much of a differentiator, because there's hundreds, if not thousands, of brands that follow suit with this exact same thing. So if you were selling skincare, be a little specific. So maybe our beef tallow product is also amazing for your hair, which beef tallow is not good for your hair, but it's just as a very, extreme example. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to feed it all of this information, and we're going to see exactly what it gives me. Okay, it's a great start. So now it's going to feed me a bunch of questions that I have to go in and answer. Where will this copy appear? Do you have a tagline? Any competitors you admire or want to differentiate from? Do you have any testimonials, product reviews? Okay. Would you like to include a call to action in this copy? If so, what's the goal? So it's instantly started asking us a bunch of questions. So what it's doing right now is it's trying to get an understanding of, where am I writing this copy for? I want to leave it right now a little bit more general. Okay, I'm going to tell it later, okay, write something for my homepage or my product page, and I'm going to tell it specifically what on the product page. So I'm just going to tell it right now, let's just keep things general for right now. When I need copy, I will tell you exactly what page it is for. Do I have a tagline or slogan? I don't have a tagline. Just gonna leave it at that. What emotions or lifestyle associations do you want to take? So we're gonna say confidence, and yeah, we're just gonna leave it at confidence in their own skin every time they step out of the house. Awesome. Any competitors? No competitors in particular. Do you have any testimonials? Let's just say, I thought this, and again, this goes back to the type of reviews that you really want to lean on. A lot of new customers are going to be drawn to reviews that follow this sort of template. So you always want to encourage your customers, if you can, to leave reviews in this fashion. These are always the best. So I thought this beef tallow would leave my skin feeling greasy and smell overpowering, but it ended up soaking amazingly into my skin and left me feeling moisturized all day. Would you like to include any call to action? I'm just going to put buy now, and we're going to feed it this information. For the second prompt, you want to confirm that ChatGPT is actually clear about everything you just fed it. You always want to ask for confirmation, as well as check to see if it requires any more information before we proceed, and here is exactly what that looks like. Real quick, if you want help building your Shopify store with real strategy, that's exactly what we do inside of my private community. We go deep on conversion. We share prompt frameworks. I even do one-on-one coaching calls to help you rewrite and redesign your store for results and not just for aesthetics. So if you want your store to actually convert and not just look good, check out the link in the description. Now, the next intro prompt that you want to give it is another bit of confirmation. So it's already asked us questions and we've already answered it. So you can assume that it understands exactly what you want it to write, and it has an understanding of your brand, but I just want to ask it one more time to make sure that we're both on the same page, Based on what I've told you, do you feel you have enough context to write clear, benefit-driven website copy that would make sense to someone who's never heard of this product or industry? If not, what additional information do you need? So let's send that and let's see what it gives us. So you've given me about 80 to 90% of what I need to write effective conversion-focused website copy. Let's just see what extras it gives us. And it's going to give you plenty of extras. As you can see, it's provided me with 6 extras that they want me to enter before we actually begin. Let's see, helpful products and their star benefits, product format experience, brand story and origin, ingredients, sourcing standards. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and answer all of these questions so ChatGPT can be as knowledgeable as possible on my product and brand. So let's go. Okay, so we fed ChatGPT with all the information. As you see, hero product, beef tallow, moisturizing properties, just a very little bit about the product. Obviously go much more in depth. Then a little bit, I just say beef tallow is the only product just for the sake of this. Launched in 2023 by a 17-year-old entrepreneur. Grass-fed beef tallow, so here are the ingredients. Sourced from around the world. Here's some objections, and then the aesthetic visuals. And let's see what it gives us. Perfect. This is exactly the kind of detail that transforms good copy into high converting brand building copy. So here it goes. It just gave us some additional information about the product, basically just repeating what I told it in whatever information, whatever way it took it. If it's not correct, then just tell it, no, listen, you're not correct. Here, let me give you some more information, because sometimes it just needs some clarification. Okay, so once ChatGPT understands your brand, now it's time to start pulling copy for your site. But remember, you don't want to just say, write me a homepage. You actually want to give it clear direction based on what each page needs to do. All right, let's get into some prompts. Okay, and so the final prompt that I'm going to show you. Now, before I actually say anything else, if you do go to the description, you'll see more prompts for other aspects of your product page, of your website, like homepage and product page, which we're going to do right now. I'm just not going to cover all of them because they're fairly self-explanatory once you understand the first part. So, write a product description for product name. Highlight what it is, what transformation it offers, and 3 emotional benefits. Use sensory language. Include 3 bullet points, a one-liner, an objection, and to handle objections. Now, again, this is for one section of your product page, and that's the product description. So if you were to already have, let's say, a winning product description, you can easily just come in here and say, write a section for my website that is icons with text for beef tallow. Okay, highlight what it is. So then we're going to remove this. And all we're going to do is this. Keep it no more than 5 words per icon with text. I need 3 in total. Use sensory language. Okay, so we're going to remove this last part. Use sensory language. Okay, I want you to create these points to handle possible objections that customers might have. Okay, and it all depends on what you really want. Typically, you want to write your copy surrounding one of these few areas. So you're either going to want to talk about benefits of the product, and when I say benefits, I mean what is in it for the customer. Okay, what result is the customer going to get? What desire is the customer chasing? Okay, then you're going to want to write about typical objections. Okay, so if you don't have any data, what I suggest is just assume, okay, what might the top 3 objections that my customers would have? And whatever those objections are, give it to ChatGPT and tell it to create prompts or create text or copy for your website using those objections. After you start getting customers, you can analyze the data and seeing what your customers are actually saying in terms of objections, and then you can adjust your website accordingly. Those are the main areas that you actually want to write about in terms of copy for your website. So that's objection handling. Why would the customer not want to buy? And then desire of what the outcome is. So what are the benefits of the product? And remember, the benefit is not our brand is so good because our beef tallow is made in the USA and it's that. No, that's not any sort of what's in it for the customer. A benefit of the product is like, look, you use this and I guarantee you that in 4 weeks, if you use this every single day, your skin is going to go from wrinkles to looking like it's 20, even if you're 60. And if it doesn't, then your money back. That's kind of like a best of both worlds. You're killing an objection and it's also desire. Now, you have to keep those sort of guarantees within, actual possible realm, right? Can they actually achieve that in 4 weeks? Obviously, that was very extreme, but you get what I'm saying. Anyways, so we're going to just enter this and we'll see what it gives us in terms of our icon with text. So as you can see, silky, whipped texture, melts into skin, never greasy, soft, calming aroma, pure, soothing, zero imitation. So let's just say this. Let's just say, because what did I ask it for? I asked it to handle possible objections. Well, this is more so like benefity. So I don't really want that. I want something like, do it again. This time, make it something like free shipping over $50, 30-day money back, and 10,000 customers world, or 10,000 happy customers. Okay, so now I'm feeding it exactly what I want, but it's going to give it to us in a copy ready way, in a website and converting format. And here you can see fast trap. So, okay, here's what I will say. Don't really look at this. Actually, this is what it really is. Free shipping over $50, 30-day money back guarantee, 10,000 happy customers. Okay, now you guys have a baseline for how to use ChatGPT and how to actually use it effectively, because most people are just using it like Google, and that is the worst thing to do, because it's actually one of the most powerful tools that everyone has access to right now. And I guarantee you, if you follow these prompts, you're going to succeed. If you're still getting your store up and running and you need help with the build, well, I've got you covered too. I made a full walkthrough showing you exactly how to set up your Shopify store step by step, and that video is also linked below. Highly recommend you check it out, especially if you're still in the building phase. This is how I turned basic product pages into sales machines, and why we hit numbers like this in 30 days without touching any ad spend. It all came down to saying the right things in the right order to the right people, and training AI to help me do it faster. Use the prompts in the description, plug them into your brand, and if you do want help turning it into a real store that actually makes money, well, join the community, because we're building every day.